Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. You know, as we journey through life, our bodies carry us through so much. Our legs, especially, have borne the weight of our dreams, our struggles, our joys, and even our grief. They've taken us to places we'll never forget, helped us chase after loved ones, supported us as we stood up for ourselves, and kept us moving forward, quite literally, every single day. But as we get older, those very legs that once danced, ran, climbed, and carried begin to ask something back from us. They start to tire more quickly. They ache more often. And sometimes, they cramp in the middle of the night, sending sharp, relentless pain that wakes us from sleep or leaves us fearful to walk too far from home. That fear? It's real. But there's also hope. And that hope begins with understanding how we can give our legs the support they need, not just with exercise, not just with rest, but with nourishment. Real, essential nourishment. Because what if I told you that one of the most powerful ways to protect our legs, to reduce those awful cramps, to keep our muscles strong and steady, starts with what we feed our bodies? What if we could gently and lovingly restore what time has worn away? What if we could wake up tomorrow with fewer spasms, more strength, more confidence? That's the power of vitamins. Not miracle cures, not fads, but the very building blocks our bodies crave, especially as we age. Let's begin with something so fundamental, yet so often forgotten: magnesium. You see, magnesium is like the unsung hero of muscle function. It works silently in the background, helping our muscles contract and relax properly. Without it, muscles can get confused. They can clench up unexpectedly, spasm without warning, or feel weak and trembling. For seniors especially, magnesium levels can quietly slip below healthy ranges. Maybe it's from medications, maybe it's just the natural decline of absorption in the gut, but the result is the same: more cramps, more fatigue, more unsteadiness. I've spoken with countless seniors who told me they'd be lying in bed, finally resting after a long day, and suddenly, bam! A cramp hits the calf or thigh like a lightning bolt. It steals your rest, your comfort, and even your confidence. Adding magnesium, through food or gentle supplements, can turn the tide. Think spinach, almonds, avocados, and even a relaxing Epsom salt soak for those sore feet and calves. But magnesium isn't alone in this healing journey. It has a close companion, potassium. Now, potassium is famous for its role in heart health, yes, but it's also a key player in preventing muscle cramps. Potassium and sodium must stay in delicate balance. When potassium is too low, which is very common, especially if you're taking certain medications like diuretics, muscles can start firing off at the wrong times, misfiring, if you will. Imagine your muscles as musicians in an orchestra. Without potassium, they're all playing out of sync. Bananas, sweet potatoes, oranges, these aren't just tasty snacks. They're nature's way of restoring rhythm to your body's music. I remember my grandmother swearing by her morning banana, saying it kept the devil out of her legs. We used to laugh, but now, with science backing her up, I can see she was onto something wise. And then, there's calcium. We often associate calcium only with bones, but forget that our muscles depend on it just as deeply. When calcium levels drop, nerves can become jittery, and muscles can twitch or cramp. The heartbreaking part is that many seniors avoid dairy for fear of cholesterol or digestion troubles, and in doing so, they cut themselves off from this essential mineral. But calcium isn't just in milk. It's in leafy greens, fortified plant milks, and even in some fish like sardines, bones, and all. Restoring calcium can help soothe the electric tension in our legs, letting them rest and recover the way they need to. There's another quiet player in all this: vitamin D. You see, without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium properly. It doesn't matter how much milk you drink or how many greens you eat. If your vitamin D is low, the calcium won't get where it needs to go. And let's be honest, many seniors aren't getting enough sunlight anymore. Whether it's staying indoors for safety, using heavy sunscreen, or simply aging skin not producing it as efficiently, low vitamin D is extremely common. The consequences? Weaker bones, weaker muscles, and more leg problems. It's heartbreaking to see someone fall, not because they were careless, but because their legs simply didn't have the strength to hold them up. That kind of frailty can rob a person of their independence, their spirit. But bringing vitamin D back into the picture, through modest sun exposure, oily fish, fortified foods, or gentle supplementation, can help rebuild that strength, that foundation of confidence. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't often get the spotlight in discussions about leg health: vitamin B12. This vitamin is essential for nerve health. The tingling, the numbness, the pins and needles that creep into the legs, especially at night or after sitting too long, those can be symptoms of a B12 deficiency. It's incredibly common among older adults, particularly those who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, or those on certain medications. And here's the twist: sometimes leg cramps aren't just about muscles. They're about the nerves that tell those muscles what to do. B12 keeps those messages clear and steady. Without it, the signals become scrambled, and pain follows. I once met a woman who thought she was developing neuropathy. Her legs burned and tingled every night. She couldn't sleep, couldn't walk long distances. After some tests, it turned out she was severely deficient in B12. With careful supplementation, her symptoms didn't just improve. They faded, almost completely. It was like watching her reclaim a part of herself she thought was lost. Another key vitamin, one that works almost in tandem with B12, is vitamin E. This one is a powerful antioxidant, yes, but it also plays a role in blood flow. Good circulation is essential for leg health. When blood isn't flowing properly, muscles don't get the oxygen they need. That leads to pain, to fatigue, to cramps. Vitamin E helps blood vessels stay flexible and strong. It supports overall vascular health, something every senior should care deeply about. Foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, and spinach are rich in this vitamin. And what's more, vitamin E also supports skin and tissue repair. If you've got tired legs, heavy legs, legs that swell or bruise easily, this vitamin might be a missing piece of the puzzle. And finally, we come to one that's been gaining attention in recent years: vitamin C. Now, most people know vitamin C as the immune booster. But did you know it plays a critical role in collagen production? Collagen is the protein that keeps tissues flexible and strong, including the tendons and ligaments that support your legs. As we age, collagen naturally declines. Our skin gets thinner, yes, but so do the very tissues that hold our muscles and joints together. This can make legs feel stiffer, more prone to injury, less resilient. Vitamin C helps rebuild that inner scaffolding. It's in citrus fruits, bell peppers, strawberries, and more. And here's a beautiful bonus: vitamin C also helps with iron absorption, which is key for energy. When your iron is low, your legs feel heavy. Everything feels harder. Reintroducing this vitamin can bring back a lightness, an ease, even a joy to movement. All of these vitamins work together like a team. One strengthens, another protects, another builds, another heals. The truth is, there's no single magic pill for leg health. There's no overnight cure for the pain, the stiffness, the fear that comes with every uncertain step. But what there is a path. A slow, steady, nourishing path back to strength. A way to feed your body, to honor it, to give back what years have taken. And when you start to do that, when you support your body with intention, with care, with love, things begin to change. You notice that the cramps happen less. The fatigue lifts just a little. You walk a little farther. Stand a little taller. You feel more like yourself. You begin to trust your legs again. And maybe, just maybe, you start to dance again. In your kitchen, in the garden, wherever your heart feels light. Because your legs have carried you so far. They've supported you through everything. They've asked for very little. But now they're asking. Gently. Urgently. And it's time to listen. It's time to give them what they need.